Hey, She Army. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. It is Wisdom Wednesday. And this evening, I'm going to be talking to you about can your ideal client find you or how to get found online, specifically on social media and organically, I might add. So, organically means without any paid traffic. So that's what getting found organically means. And this is a loaded question because the methods for getting found on different social media platforms can differ. But let's just, for the sake of this discussion, focus on Facebook and Instagram. So the first thing I would say is, does your profile, both business and personal, effectively communicate what you do? Um, Now, some people may have, hello, some people may have different things on their personal profile, on their business profile. But really, what you should focus on is really making sure that you have consistency across your profiles and your bios, and that people can pretty much go to wherever you can be found and get the same information. It's really confusing to people when they, like, let's say, they go to see your Facebook profile, then they go to your Instagram. It's like two different pictures. You got purple hair on one picture, blue hair on another picture. You had your business listed on Instagram, nothing on Facebook. It's like, okay, is this person like, is this, first of all, is it the same person? And second, like, do they really have a business? And I know it seems crazy, might seem crazy to you, or like people should know. No, they don't. So there's a lot of different, lot of noise out there. So you have to make sure that you're consistent wherever you're choosing to show up. So, like, if you visit my profiles, my picture is pretty much the same, so people can recognize that it's me, right? Because I do have different hairstyles, different clothing. So, I try to keep my colors and pictures the same so that whatever profile you go to, you can see that it's me, which is important, right? You want to be recognizable. Also, obviously, your personal profile is going to be more focused on your personal. I would say have a sprinkle of business, like depending on what profile it is. So, like, for example, my Facebook profile, my personal one, does have like all of my links for my business. It has how you can schedule a brand strategy session with me. Kind of has descriptions, and I do post like sprinkles of each of the businesses that I have on there, and some personal things too. But really just depending on what industry you're in, what kind of vibe you want to give off. I have a mixture of that. And obviously, my business profile is mainly business with a hint of personal, right? So I'd like to use the 80/20 rule when talking about your business profile because people do like to see the person or the face behind the brand. So I use the 80/20 rule on my business profile for if I'm posting something personal there. So when people are checking you out, they want to make sure that you're legit, right? So, I mean, again, it's better to look like you are legit and have everything together than kind of have things all over the place when people are trying to find you and decide whether or not they want to do business with you, which is really, really important. Second, where are you showing up online? I say this all the time. One mistake I see a lot of entrepreneurs make is that they try to be on all platforms at once. Um, Big mistake, especially when you're starting out. Um, you can't be everywhere, and if you're really doing not so good job of managing all of your accounts on all these platforms, then people are gonna stop looking for your content. They're not gonna pay attention. Um, because you're not being consistent, you're not showing up there consistently. So um you also want to make sure that you have your bios pretty much like standardized on whatever platforms you're going to be on, right? You have one bio for Facebook, one bio for Instagram, and like I said, it just really gets confusing if people are even talking to the same person. Content's all over the place for the different platforms. My rule of thumb is that you pick two platforms, no more than two platforms to start out with. So that's no more than two platforms. You can start with one platform to start with so that you can really get consistent. And that really brings me to my third point, which is consistency, right? So you want to definitely show up where your ideal client is hanging out. And if you don't know that, you definitely should be asking them, like, where do you spend most of your time on social media? Because those are the types of accounts that you really want to have, right? You want to be where they are. You don't want to be on platforms necessarily. I mean, unless for personal reasons, sure, why not? But for business reasons, you want to be where your ideal client is. Um, and your ideal client, they have to get used to seeing you in that space also, right? So it's kind of like you almost have to kind of do your time on that platform so that the algorithm can pick up that you are an account that's popular, that people are liking your content, right? Because you're in the places where um, your ideal client hangs out. And so now you're posting the content they're liking, they're engaging, and they'll get used to seeing you in that space, right? And used to engaging with your content. See, the average person has to have 7 to 8 interactions with a brand before they make a purchase. 7 to 8 interactions. So if you can imagine them needing to see you 7 or 8 times, and you are posting like, once every other month or once every few weeks, it's kind of like that first, and those 7 to 8 interactions are starting over every single time because you're not being consistent with it, right? They're not consistently seeing you. Um, so yeah, just as a rule of thumb, like don't post like once this week, next week post like 5 times, then come back like three weeks later, post once. Pick a level of consistency that you can handle and go with that. So like I'll give you an example. I would say, especially if social media is new to you, start once per day. Once per week. Start once per week. If social media is new, pick one platform, post once per week, and do that consistently, right? If you can do that consistently, I would say for at least 6 to 8 weeks, then you could up the ante, right? You can say, okay, I've been able to do this successfully 6 to 8 weeks. Let me add another day in there and see what that does, right? So you want to keep that same level of consistency. When I first started Simply She, I posted twice per week. That was it. That was all I could handle. I was just like, yep, nope, can't do more than twice per week. But I was consistent with it. So I consistently posted on the days that I posted. And when I was ready, I like increased my frequency, right? So I had to build that consistency first before I took it to the next level. And then I think some other bonus tips for how you can get found. Let's talk about Facebook first. So definitely social media, well, Facebook and Instagram, but both platforms want you to be social. So, make sure that you are inviting people to your community, like to like your page, interact with your content, that are a good fit, right? Not just anybody, but are a good fit. Make connections with new people, network, build relationships, right? It's for those of you who have Facebook groups, don't just be inviting your friends and your family and everybody that you know into the Facebook group when they're not your ideal customer. Like that doesn't help you out. And what you're going to have is just basically a group full of people who are not engaging with your content. They're not interested in what you have to offer. So guess what you're going to have? Crickets, right? Um, what else? Don't forget to invite people to like your business page. Again, people that are going to be a good fit. Why? So when they see your content, they're more likely to interact with you and engage with you. Um, Definitely, like, of course, past clients would be great to invite to like your page, and people that maybe you're having conversations with, networking with, that sort of thing. On Instagram, use hashtags, location-based hashtags, industry, business type, making sure you're including that every single time you post. This will help organically grow your account over time. And don't forget to show your face. Don't forget to show your face on whatever platform that you're on. People like to see, again, they like to see the face behind the brand, the person behind the brand. Go live, post videos, share your expertise, right? That's why, why you're building your brand. You want to make an impact. So make sure that you also show that you are a person, right? And that you're there and they're your person that people can trust. So that's really, really important. Um, so hopefully, guys, this is helpful. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these techniques or you're going to try them now. Love to know how they work out for you. Let me know if you have any questions while I'm on here. Any questions while I'm on here? Pausing for a second to see. Okay. If you have questions, whether you're watching this now or later, go ahead and post those questions in the comments, and I will make sure to answer them for you. And yeah, so if you guys would like me to um, post more about this topic, let me know. Or if you have specific topics you want me to see addressed, let me know as well. Again, hopefully this has been helpful. And if you're interested in taking a look at, what methods you are using to be found online, and you want to kind of have a free brand strategy session or brand audit done, go ahead and click the link in the description of this live, and you can schedule that directly with me. So, thanks. I can't see who's joined because you didn't give StreamYard access, but I'll be able to see when I log off here. So I'm glad it was helpful for you. If you have any questions and you want to DM me, you can DM me personally at Crystal Vernay. I'm on all handles: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also DM I Simply She. On Facebook, I am at I Simply She. And then on Instagram, I am at I_Simply_She. That is it, guys. So take care. And remember, you too can conquer if you slay hard every day.